welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first video of 2021. I have no idea what's going on with my hair right now. I've tried to fix it. It's looking really stringy and like has a lot of volume for no reason. I mean, I guess I can't complain about too much volume, but I really need a haircut. I haven't had one since the summer and we're back in lockdown in the UK, so I have no idea when a haircut is even gonna happen. We are now 7 days into 2021. I was really hoping I would get a video out for you sooner. I don't know what happened, guys. The last video that I did, my eyeshadow palette collection, took me a lot longer to edit than I thought it would. It was really like a long one. And then after that, I was like, brilliant, we're back in lockdown. I've got all the time in the world to film some videos. And then I had zero inspiration for YouTube, like literally none. So I was like, okay, we might have to put a pin in it for now. But we are here now, a week into the year, and finally the light bulb went off. And today I'm going to be playing with the Sunshine Makes Me Happy palette. Why is this packaging so dirty? I've had this palette for about 6 months, maybe a little bit more since it came out, and I have not used it a single time. In my defense, I bought it when it came out specifically to review it, and I think it was literally just before I started working full-time over the summer, and all of a sudden I could only do 1 video a week, and I was like, I haven't got the time, so that's my excuse there. But we're gonna have a play with it today, why not? I am gonna give you some thoughts on the palette as we're going through the video, as I'm using the shadows. However, this isn't gonna be a full review. I'm not gonna give you all the details for like the weight and the pricing as I normally do, just because I just want this to be a little bit more relaxed today. However, if you do want all of those details, I do have a review for the Keep It Fresh palette from the same collection, which is the turquoise minty one. If you do want to see that, it will be linked up in the cards as well as in the description box down below, so that you can check it out now or after this video, so that way you can get all of that information. I've already been talking, literally my first video of this year, and I've already been talking for so long. So we're gonna stop the intro here because you're probably wondering why you're watching this at this point. So yeah, I'm just gonna go quickly prime my eyes with my PW's base as always, and then we will jump into this eyeshadow palette. All right guys, so my eyes are primed and I'm currently trying to get this palette out of its box, and I'm really struggling with this cardboard packaging. You know what, I'm finally using it now, so actually it doesn't matter if I tear it, who cares? There we go, here is the Sunshine Makes Me Happy palette. I haven't even taken off the plastic packaging. The first thing I'm noticing is we have 3 mattes in this palette. I seem to remember the Keep It Fresh having only 1 or 2, and I was like, not great. I don't know how different the 3 yellows look from each other, but we're gonna try them and we're gonna see. Let me put my mirror in a place where it's gonna work. I really need a proper chair, like one that actually rotates. The thing is, I have a very small space here, so I don't know how easy it is, but I feel like that should be my next big purchase at some point, and something that, you know, doesn't wreck my back, because I'm in my late 20s now, aren't I? So my back is gonna go soon, isn't it? So I'm gonna start off with the darkest yellow, which is called Sunrise. This has picked up really well. I'm going in with Zoeva 231. Ooh, okay, that's actually that's not bad for a yellow at all. I'm gonna go for a halo eye today, just because it's been a while. I'm gonna pack it on the outer portion and the inner portion of my eyes. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. And then probably I should have brought it up higher. That's way too low. I need to bring it into the crease. That's actually a really nice yellow. From what I remember from using the Keep It Fresh palette, I had no complaints with pigmentation. My biggest complaint was the size of the palette, because as you can see, this is tiny. And again, if you want to see the details on that and the anchor in the video, it will be linked down below. As well, everything that I've used in today's video, I do link everything down below, and I do use some affiliate links as well, so you don't have to use them, but it really helps to support the channel. I don't really have anything bad to say. That's actually really nice. I've just sorry, I should have said I've just brought it underneath here as well, because I'm going to go slightly rounded. I like to do that with a halo eye. Yeah, I have no complaints with that shade. That's actually quite nice. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Shield lately, which is one of the reasons I haven't been super productive with YouTube, to be completely honest with you guys. And this makes me think of one of the bug Pokemon in this. I'll put a photo up on the screen because I can't remember any of the names. I'm old now. But I'm really impressed with that first yellow. I'm trying to think if I've ever tried a yellow from Revolution before. I think the only one would have been in the Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise, and I wasn't impressed. But this This isn't bad at all. I really wish this palette was bigger because then it would feel worth it. Moving on, I'm gonna go into the shade Ray. Oh, I'm holding this really low down, sorry guys. I'm gonna go into the shade Ray, and I'm taking my Morphe M433, and normally this does pick up the shadows a lot lighter because it's a fluffier brush, but it seems to be picking it up really well. So let's see if we can spot the difference between the two shades. Let me twist myself slightly and bring the mirror in closer. There's not really any point me trying to use this mirror, is there? I'm just not sure how different these yellows are actually going to look on the eye. I think I can see a very slight difference. So again, going for that more rounded shape. So this type of brush is really nice for that. I do really like it. This is nice. Oh, I really wish I'd used this sooner. What's wrong with me? Okay, this is not a bad blend at all. I'm actually kind of liking this. I'm gonna finish that off with my Morphe M441. We are gonna go for the lighter shade, which is Buttercup. Again, it picks up so well. Okay, I will say these do blend out pretty effortlessly. Like, I don't have to do too much work. I don't know kind of how easy yellows are to formulate because you don't have that many of them, I feel. Like, everyone knows that, you know, blues and purples, they're harder to formulate, they're a bit harder to get right, but I don't know what the deal is with yellow. This is really nice. I didn't know what to expect, and I think that these are pretty nice. I do feel like I have a gradient. I feel like I can see the difference between the different shades. I think I'm gonna go in with a bit more of Ray, the medium one, but I don't think I need to deepen up the darkest one. I just wanna make sure that I have a nice transition, but I do have a transition. It does work. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really bright. Genuinely quite shocked. So let's cut the crease. As I said, I'm gonna go for a halo eye today because it's just been a while. So I'm just gonna take my P. Louise base. I'm gonna take my Pro Arte Master Stroke Series 61. This is size 6. Let's see. Started drawing the shape on with my eye open to kind of get it roughly into place. I just find it makes it a bit easier, and then this is the area where I get the most transfer, so I pop the product on, look up, look around. Doesn't seem too bad for transfer. When I'm doing a cut crease, I do like wipe the whole area, but I don't know, I don't really feel as bothered because we're doing yellow, and also I'm quite lazy. So then we just need to get the nice rounded shape. Okay, now I've got my shape. I'm just gonna go back in with my Zoeva 231. I'm not adding any product at this stage. I'm just blending those edges in. Oh, it's really cute. I like it. I wanted to go really gold with the halo, but now it's really light. I actually kind of really like that. I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do? I kind of want to use Sandy Toes. Okay, I kind of like the names in this palette. Got Beach Please, Sandy Toes. It's kind of cute. Yeah, originally I was leaning more towards this side of the palette, like the more bronzy ones, but I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking, I want to use this shades. So I think I'm just going to go straight into Sandy Vibes in the middle. I'm going to take my Morphe M124. Okay, it's cute. It's nothing exceptional. Oh, look how much that is brightening that. So yeah, literally just all the way down the middle. And I do like to open my eyes every now and then because it just means that I make sure I'm going down in a straight line. No, that's really cute. I really like that. I really didn't expect to like it this much. Like, I'm genuinely quite surprised. Next to that, I'm gonna take Rooftop Vibes and I'm just gonna pop it down the sides. I'm just, yeah, really pleased with how this is looking. I mean, these shimmers aren't the best shimmers that I've ever tried in the world. They're nothing exceptional, but they're also not too thick. So they're not creating like a load of chunkiness or anything like that. So that is really nice. I really like that about them. They're just a metallic, like that's it. But I'm okay with them. I think I do want to darken it a little bit, just right on the sides. So I'm also gonna take a little bit of Sunset. that doing anything? Let's take a bit more. Just right there. Right on that inner and outer portion. Okay, there we go. I think it's doing something. Okay, this is pretty. I'm gonna take a bit more of Rooftop Vibes, just really to blend them. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Ooh. I love it. Okay, super pleased with that. Super impressed at how easy that was. I've been filming this for about 20 minutes, which is really quick to have done like the blend on 2 eyes as well as the cut crease on one. So I'm just gonna go and recreate the halo on this side. I'm also gonna prime the lower lash line and we'll come back to do all of that together. Okay, so I've primed my lower lash line and as you can see, I ended up experimenting on this eye and deciding what I wanted to go for. So I'm gonna start off with the lower lash line and I really wanted a contrasting lower lash line. I thought blue would be really nice. This isn't really the result that I wanted to go for, but it turns out I don't actually own any blue liquid eyeshadows or blue pigments. Like I have like a light one, but I wanted like a really dark intense one and I don't have that. To achieve this, I went into my Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette, of course, and I went into the shade Potion down here, just on a Morphe M508, and I'm gonna pack that into the lower lash line, and this is a bit brighter than I would have wanted it. I would have wanted something just like a little bit deeper. And then I'm just going to take a Morphe M456 just to blend it, bring it down a little bit, blend it into the yellow. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just going to add a little bit more. And so then for the glitter, I had something else that I hadn't used before. I'm using my Pixie Glitter Glittery Eye Quad in Blue Pearl. This is something I'd wanted for ages. It smells a bit funny. It smells like, oh, it smells really gross. It smells like children's makeup. So these are all pressed glitters. I'm going into the darkest blue with my Morphe M138. So they've probably got something in there to help it stick. It doesn't feel overly creamy like some of them. I think, you know, people complain that it feels like Vaseline with glitter in it. To be fair, I haven't used my finger, but it feels all right. Like it's laying down a good amount of glitter. I'm literally just covering all of the blue. I do still have glitter fall out there. I guess I should be pressing it in a bit more, but never mind. But yeah, it doesn't feel too Vaseline-y, but it does smell really funny. And then I'm going to take this shade just at the front, just to bring in a bit more light, give the illusion of dimension. I'm just finding myself not enjoying glitter all that much these days. I tend to prefer a pigment that's just a bit finer but has a really nice amount of glitter, or a liquid eyeshadow, even a liquid glitter. But there's something about using an actual glitter that I'm just like, there's something too chunky about this and I don't like it. I have so much fallout. This is really annoying. Okay, let's see how easy this is to remove. Actually, not too bad, I have to say. I mean, I've got some of it left. It seems to have removed most of it, so that's not bad. And then for the details, again, this hasn't gone quite the way I wanted it. I went with the shade Tango from Shein Cosmetics, and this is from their UV range, so it's just like a bit brighter than I would have wanted it. And they don't have an orange that isn't neon. That's fine, we're just gonna go with this. I'm taking my Pro Arte Master Stroke Series 60 in size Treble 0, and I'm gonna use the mirror from the Beauty Bay palette. No, that's a bit big. I'm gonna use the Colourpop ones, they're quite good. So I'm gonna do a liner. I feel like this part is pretty self-explanatory. And then I'm also gonna do the top of the cut crease. So you know what, now I've got both of the eyes done, I actually quite like it. When I just had the left eye done, I was a bit like, ooh, I don't like where this is going. It definitely doesn't feel like it's something I should be wearing in January, but I actually kind of like it. The only thing is that the lid is like a little bit sad compared to everything else. Like I wish I had some sort of glitter, but I just can't find anything to match. Clearly that's something I need to add to my collection. Okay, I'm gonna take the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in Electric. Yeah, that works. I really need to get myself the rest of the Barry M high vis liners because the two that I have are fantastic. I feel like I do need the rest of them, but this one actually works really well for this look. Okay, so that is it for the eyes for now. I'm gonna do all the lashes and brows and all of that off camera. I'm also just gonna go and do my foundation off camera because it's not gonna be particularly interesting, but we'll come back to do all the bronzing and blush and highlighter together because that's the fun part. So let me just go and do that quickly and I'll be right back. All right guys, my foundation is on and I do always feel like it makes the eye look a little bit less weird and intense once my skin is actually, you know, kind of finished up. But I used the Origins Original Skin Cooling Primer and I got this over the summer, and over summer it feels really nice when you're really hot, but at this time of year not so much. It just feels a bit cold, so I think I might leave this one until summer for now. Anyway, let's start off with bronzing and contouring. I'm going to use my You Define Me contour palette by Academy of Colour. I know this is discontinued, and using discontinued stuff is, you know, always a little bit odd on YouTube because people can't get it, but I kind of forgot that I had this for like a year and it is alright and I do want to use it up. So I'm using the shade Tan up here, which is the bronzer shade. I mean, any kind of bronzer, highlighter, contour palette will do the same. This isn't exactly like a particularly original product or anything. So I'm just going with the bronzing shade first. Warming up. It is very powdery. I need to remember that. I need to be a bit more careful. And the brush I'm using is from my Iconic London Ultimate Brush Set. And then just doing the jawline. I basically really need to warm myself up right now because this is a really summery look we have on. And I am super pale. So yeah. I'm also going to do my nose contouring with the bronzing shade just because this is quite a bit darker and quite a bit more powdery. I know that contouring should be cool tone and bronzing should be warm, but I do just tend to prefer using bronzer for my nose and lip contour. I just think it works better for me. I don't know why. I just find it just kind of makes it look a bit more natural. Could do without that little guest right here on the side of my nose. My skin is actually doing really well at the moment, like better than it has done in months. And I never thought I'd be saying this, but it's kind of thanks to masks. I was wearing a mask obviously whenever like I'd go to the supermarket and everything, but I wasn't really leaving the house all that much. So when I was working just before Christmas, I'm just taking my sponge just to tone it down a bit, but I've not added any product. But when I found myself suddenly wearing a mask for 2 weeks straight before Christmas, I obviously couldn't like pick at my skin or anything, so my skin actually massively improved. It also got like a few really bad whiteheads, like really gross juicy ones. I'm also just so much more aware of how good my skin is and how much I don't want to pick it, so it's actually doing really well at the moment. I'm going to go into the shade Sculpt and I'm taking my PC 15 and I do go in really lightly with this just because I can go overboard with this really easily. Just kind of targeting the areas a little bit, deepening them up, bringing that shape back in after eating all the Christmas food. Like at least normally we'd all be back at work and away from the snacks at home after Christmas, but obviously that's just not the case here at the moment. So we gotta fake it. We gotta fake it. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. For blush, I do want to go with something quite corally, quite summery. My foundation and blush and everything drawer is already such a mess, guys, by the way. I know I only recently did a declutter and all that. It's a mess again. It's a mess. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush because I have not used it literally for the longest time. I'm going to take my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH06. I just don't tend to wear peachy blushes all that much at this time of year. You know what? I also don't like how this brush is applying this, which is the first time I've said that about that brush. I'm gonna go for my Iconic London one instead and just sweep it on. I would have preferred something a bit more luminous, but I'm okay with that. Just going really heavy with the blush right now. And they make me look more healthy. Make me look like I am seeing the sun, which there is none of in the UK at the moment. Have you guys seen on TikTok, there's a woman who posts videos and she lives in Svalbard. It's literally nighttime all the time and her stories are so fascinating. Like she takes the dogs for a walk and it's really dark and there might be bears. I'm just over here like, I get upset when the sun sets at 3 in England at this time of year and they have no sun at all. Isn't that crazy? I really want to use this, but I think it's going to give me a cast because it normally does. You know what, I'm going to try it. This is the Makeup Obsession Champagne Loose Highlighter. I really like it. It is really pretty. It only really suits me when I've got fake tan on. Oh, maybe not. Okay, it leaves a cast. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at how intense it is. And I just kind of take a little bit in the lid. I do pick it up really lightly and then just buff. I could buff this for ages because it's just so pretty. This is the Peaches and Cream PT17, by the way. It's a really, really nice highlighting brush. I do the brow bone. And then I take a Zoeva brush and I just do the Cupid's bow, tip of the nose and the center. I think this highlighter has got to be one of my favorite things I purchased over the summer. I'm just pouring out a little bit more because I've just realized I haven't actually highlighted the inner corner. The only thing is this netting is a bit of a nightmare, but I haven't done yet the inner corner of the eye. That just illuminates it so perfectly. And then in the brow bone as well. Okay, great. So before I do the lips, I'm just gonna go and do my brows and my lashes off camera, and then we'll finish off the look together. Okay guys, so we just have lips left, and I actually just put some lipstick on and then realised I hadn't been filming. Just been chatting away for about 2 minutes with like nothing happening. But I didn't like the lip colour anyway, so that's absolutely perfect. I've wiped it off and we're gonna go for TLC by MUA because I want a nude, but I want something that's slightly warmer. Something, you know, I don't want to have like a really bright lip, but I also don't want like a really grey nude. So hopefully this should work. So I'm gonna start off with the lip liner. Actually really close to my lip colour, but just like a little bit warmer, so I think it's going to do exactly what I want it to. And then I'm going to go in with the lipstick. Okay, that is doing exactly what I want it to actually. And then I think just in the centre, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Cheeky. And before putting the wand back into the bottle, just going to give it a wipe so that I don't end up with the colour of the lipstick mixing into the colour of the lip gloss in the bottle. And then let's finish the look off with the iconic London Prep Set and Glow. Can't do a summery look without it. I didn't need that much, but I wanted to use that much. All right, guys, here it is. Here is the finished look. Completely wrong for this season, but I also kind of really, really love it. Let me know, of course, what you think of it in the comments because I'd love to hear your thoughts on the first look. Well, technically not the first look of 2021 because I have done some for Instagram, but the first one I've done for YouTube. I kind of feel like I really just needed to get my first video of the year kind of done and out of the way because I actually tried to film one yesterday and it was so chaotic on so many levels. Like I just kept talking and I was like, none of this makes any sense. I think because I hadn't filmed in so long. Like I'd obviously filmed my collection video at the end of last year, but that was just talking. And then I've also done some reels on Instagram and they involve no talking and a lot less concentration. So all of a sudden doing like a talk through tutorial after almost a month, my brain was just like, no, what are you doing? Again, I am just talking for the sake of it. So I am gonna leave you guys here. I really, really hope that you all enjoyed this first video of the year. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then do please give it a big thumbs up. It helps YouTube to know that you liked the video and other people should see it as well. Completely forgot to say as well that we have hit 2,000 subscribers literally yesterday, 6 days into 2021. So that was really, really lovely. That did make my day. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button because then that way the video will actually be in your subscription feed so you don't have to kind of keep guessing and wondering when the next video is out. And you can even do one better and turn on that notification bell and that way it will even notify you when the next video comes out. And on that note, I'm gonna shut up, I'm gonna leave you guys and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye guys.